You done a lot of partying.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is it still fun? And you still enjoy it?
Not when you stop drinking.
Right.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah, on this quest of like no alcohol. So like last night was my first time of being in the club completely sober, and it was just it doesn't mix.
okay.
I think if you can't drink, you shouldn't go out to the nightclub.
What?
It's a different experience
Okay.
when you're. I guess I mean, I was telling my bros, I'm like, I feel like I don't have my superpowers.
Oh yeah.
So and he was like, well, if you feel like that, then you losing your confidence. Then that liquid courage gives you that. You feel like, and I'm like, it do. Like it makes you just say the whatever's on your mind. You don't overthink it. If you feeling somebody, you gonna let them know. I'm like, I'm just sitting there like how I'm sitting here now, and I'm just watching everything. The music's not hitting the same. I'm watching girls twerk on each other. They're drinking, taking shots, driving the boat. I'm like, I'm just sitting here, and I'm like, man, I feel 50.
Yeah.
I think one big difference between the clubs and parties today is nobody really dances. If you've been to a club recently, literally you have a bunch of people standing on the dance floor in sections, just standing on their phones, scrolling. No one's dancing. No one's really socializing. It's a bunch of dudes in one section, no females around. Dudes is scared to talk to women. And he even mentioned in the clip that the bottle drinking felt like his superpower, and without it, he didn't even have the confidence to try to talk to women.
Alcohol does is that it changes your morals. It doesn't change your character. You are who you are. It breaks down those inhibitions because what you do while you're drunk, you thought about while you were sober. Everything that you say while you're drunk, you thought about while you were sober.
Hold on now.
They don't want that truth, though. They don't want that truth.
Absolutely facts. Shannon Sharp is spot on in this clip. Alcohol just brings out who you really are. Again, it doesn't change. You're really that person, but now you're more relaxed. You're more, I guess you have less anxiety, and it lets the real you show, whether it's for good, or in some cases bad.
These new age bitches love telling a nigga, you're drinking with me. No, you're getting drunk with me. Like, okay, drunk is your whole personality. Yay, you got nothing else to offer. Like, yo, do these pretty bitches do anything else? Yo, I am not gonna lie, my past like 4 or 5 weeks, especially since I've been DJing. You're drinking with me. Damn, I got a DJ. Like, still, you gonna have some shots? Damn, bitch, chill. Like, how much do you drink, actually, now that I think about it? Because when I took you out on Tuesday, that means you got to drink. Then you was at the bar on Thursday at 4 o'clock, you got to drink. Then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you turned up. Yo, damn, I think you're a functioning alcoholic. Masters, oh, we're having fun. Nah, baby, you're an alcoholic. But you bad, though, so we'll just pass it off as, if you don't want to fuck with a baddie, then just say that. Oh, right.
This brother is spot on. I mean, I blame these television shows that normalize this type of behavior. You see bad girls clubs where you see females getting drunk, fighting on the daily. You have a lot of people that are functional alcoholics and they don't even realize it. If you find yourself going out 3, 4 times a week and having a drink to the point where you could barely get up and go to work the next morning, you really got to look yourself in the mirror and see that you have a problem. There was nothing wrong with having an occasional drink. You get off of work, you have a glass of wine, you have 2, 3 beers. Nothing wrong with that. But when you get to the point where you're getting pissy drunk and you can't even take care of your day-to-day responsibilities, you know you have a major issue.
Guys are starting to scare me. The girls are starting to scare me. I'm seeing a lot of alcohol content on my For You page. And when I say alcohol content, I'm not saying, like your occasional post like, oh, me and the girls having a yap session. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who make their content literally just drinking alcohol, like, or making content talking about the excessive amounts of alcohol you drink. Like, oh, I have a glass of wine every single day, blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that, like the glorification of over consuming alcohol content. That's what I must say. I'm seeing a lot of that on my For You page, and I'm not going to call y'all alcoholics because I don't have the credentials to call y'all alcoholics. But what I will say is y'all are teetering in very, very dangerous areas, in my opinion. Yesterday, I was on TikTok and I seen this girl. She like chugged 2 buzz balls. She put it in like this syringe thing. And then she chugged it within like under 10 seconds, in my opinion. And at first I was like, oh, that's crazy. 2 buzz balls at the same time, that's insane. And then, I just clicked her page being curious. Didn't expect to see her entire page is literally chugging multiple buzz balls in one sitting. When I tell you, and this ain't really no shade to her, you know what I'm saying? But when I tell you, I was appalled. Every single video, watch me chug 2 buzz balls, watch me chug 3 buzz balls.
It's just like anything else we see nowadays. People do these type of things for attention, whether it's weed, whether it's alcohol. They do this. They do this again. I think it's for 2 reasons. One, they want attention. They have some unfilled voids in their life, and they do these things because it's popular, because it's in the know, and they think that it's going to get them followers and people are going to like them. Secondly, you have a lot of people, just like this video I did with weed, they want to mask trauma, they want to escape the pain, and they use these substances such as weed, pills, alcohol to try to run away from these things instead of addressing the real core issue, which is the actual trauma.
This, let's discuss. Only half of Gen Z is legal drinking age. But even if we double their alcohol expenditure, it still falls way short of what older generations are spending. What's behind this shift? For one, economic strain plays a big role. With the rising cost of going out, thank you inflation and wage stagnation, many Gen Zers tell us they're prioritizing their budgets elsewhere. Another factor, some are exploring other options, like infused drinks, steering recreation away from just booze. So what do you think about this shift? Comment your thoughts below.
This actually surprised me that Gen Z, it was such a stark difference in spending. But maybe we could contribute that to the economic constraints that a lot of Gen Zers are facing. Again, like I said, times are hard. People do not have a lot of disposable income. So, I mean, they don't have none. They don't even have the money or the time. And a lot of times people are so stressed out with their daily lives. Um, they just can't make it happen.
What really cheeses me off is those people that know you drink and they always have to say to you, you don't need alcohol to have fun. Yeah, we know. You don't need alcohol to have fun. But let's be honest. We're all adults here. It makes it a whole lot easier to have fun if you have a few drinks involved. Let's say you plan to go to a dinner with friends. You go out, you eat, have some laughs, and you go home. It was a fun night, but it was normal. Now let's say you added some drinks to that dinner. By the end of the dinner, everyone's feeling good, laughing a little bit too much, and you guys are ready to hit the bar. And before you know it, you guys are out at the bar until 2 a.m. drinking and having a good time. Sure, you might wake up with a bit of a hangover, but you know that hangover is worth it. Because the memories that you made that night, you would not have made if you didn't add in a few drinks. And the people that say you don't need alcohol to have fun, it's never people that don't drink. They just don't drink as much as you do. And who's to say how much drinking is too much drinking? No, you don't need alcohol to have fun. And you don't need running shoes to run, but it helps.
Okay, this is spoken like a true alcoholic here. Again, you should not need alcohol to have a good time with friends or family. Again, you should be high off of life. You should not need to put any type of chemical foreign substance in your body to make you feel a certain type of way to enhance your experience. I totally disagree with that. Again, it's nothing wrong with anything drinking in moderation, but when you get to the point where you're pissy drunk, you can't even you have no clue of what's going on in your surroundings. You really have to pause and think and reevaluate your life. I mean, again, being drunk, being pissy drunk has become way too normalized in today's society, in my opinion, and a lot of people really need to get help.
I'm a 2-drink type of gal. 2 glasses of wine, I know my limit. But when we talk about someone who changes their habits, and when I say recreational habits, you start to notice that your friend is drinking a whole lot more than usual. you have to speak up. People change lifestyles. Understandable. Someone that you went to college with, they might have, formed a different lifestyle when they're in university. But when you can see that it's affecting them in a negative way, or it seems like they're numbing themselves, or it's a form of escapism, you need to check in with your friend. And you have to be able, when you're doing this, when you've put yourself in this position, not to fix someone, but to be able to say, hey, I'm here. It's just purely presence, in a sense of, are you okay? Is there anything you want to talk about? You know what? I think we need to talk, because there's something I've noticed in you. Because people use drinks and other substances to numb themselves and escapism from the present life they're living. And you have to ask yourself, how bad is life getting if you feel like you have to run away from it while you're awake?
That's very profound. Again, like I said, escapism is huge when it comes to, like I said, these comes to alcohol, when it comes to weed. And not only that, you have to make sure you have to be mindful who you're drinking around, because you can really be putting yourself in a very dangerous position. We've seen numerous times on the news where people get drunk with their friends on a vacation, and then they mysteriously drown in the pool, they mysteriously go missing, and their friends have no answers. So you have to make sure you're really checking your circle and know these individuals, and make sure they have your well interest or your best interest in mind before you're drinking, before you're doing weed, before you're putting yourself in an altered state, because I mean you could really be setting yourself up for demise.
10 minutes of everything sucks when you get sober. Going to an event, a party, a get together, family, it doesn't matter what it is, it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be really uncomfortable. Everyone else is gonna have a drink. That thing that made you the life of the party, that made it easy to be around people, that let the conversation and the laughs flow, that's gone. You don't have that anymore. And it is really hard. You're going to have what, a glass of water or a Coke, and walk around and mingle with all of these people that you maybe know or maybe don't. It's going to be so challenging. Plus, everybody's going to know. Everybody's going to know you're not drinking. They're going to want to know why. Those thoughts that race through your head when you first arrive somewhere are real, and they're enough to induce panic. And at worst, they're enough to make you pick up a drink. Those things are real, but no one else is feeling them. No one else is concerned about you. They're thinking about themselves and their next drink and the conversations they're having. So when you walk into that event and you immediately feel uncomfortable, I want you to think about how good you're going to feel tomorrow. I want you to think about the fact that you're not actively destroying your life anymore, that you are doing something great for yourself. Take a deep breath. Find someone you know, start a conversation, grab that Shirley Temple or that soda water, and start talking to people. And I guarantee you, you will start to feel better. And that process will get quicker and you'll get better at it. And then just the first minute sucks.
Again, you should never need any type of substance to make you feel comfortable with talking with other people. I mean, if you have that bad of social anxiety, it's probably best that you just stay home from the jump. Again, you do not need to drink. You do not need to get high to be able to enjoy yourself at a party, at a social gathering, at a restaurant. You don't need it. Again, like I said, it's cool to have a drink or two or three, whatever, in moderation. But when we're getting to the point where people think that you're not going to be able to have as much fun, you're not going to be able to make long lasting memories unless you're drunk, is dangerous thinking.
Seen Justin little boy post a post saying, I gotta be drunk before I go to a party because I'm not gonna like y'all. That's me. That's me. That's definitely me. Because I cannot, I repeat, cannot be sober going to a party, because then I'm gonna have to fake funk it with a whole bunch of pussy ass, headed ass, motherfucker bitches. I gotta have Casamigos in my system. I'm going back to the car and I'm going home. I'm not going to be in a party sober with half of the building who don't even fuck with me for real. I have to have Casamigos, Patron, Lunacel, or Hennessy, something in my body, and I'm going home. I need the Casamigos in my body, Casamigos in my body. Oh, I'm going to the house, Casamigos in my body.
If you have to drink just to be able to avoid interacting with people that you know don't like you, again, it's probably just smart not to show up at the event at all. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think we have a generation of alcoholics? And how many drinks do you think is too much? Let me know in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.